What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and this time we are going to do a semi-instructional video. Things I've seen for probably the past 4 months or so. I don't even remember when poison and some of those dark elixir spells were introduced, but it's a great addition back to the old school Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, where you had to lure first and take care of that clan castle and then start your kill squad, or in Town Hall 9 where you just sent your kill squad, the golems would just get completely pummeled on and you had to throw wizards behind them and hope the wizards and queen would go ahead and clean that kill squad before the golem or golems were decimated. Now we've had for a while, the poison spell, and I just see it used incorrectly so many times, or not used when it could be, that they usually make or break the raid. We're just going to show you an example here. Again, it's not that I've done this. Everybody's probably done it. I've messed up my poisons many times. But before we show this attack and show kind of what not to do, let's just go over what the poison spell is used for. This poison spell decreases speed, decreases attack, and takes a lot of hit points over time. It's a damage over time spell. So it's fantastic to take care of both the clan castle and the royals, and sometimes, depending on how many hogs you're going to use, your skelly traps, and takes care of those as well. So some of the clan castle mobs or units that it works really well on are dragon loon combination, baby dragon / valk combination. It's good. One poison is good for if you run into a P.E.K.K.A. with something else like a loon or maybe a valk or something like that in there. Well, you can't do that. Just a P.E.K.K.A. or a loon, or a P.E.K.K.A. or wizard and something else. And really, the golem is, I usually never use the poison, to be honest with you. And the lava hounds, you can use it on the pups whenever you pop them in order to help that queen take out the lava pups that are surrounding, or if you're using queen healer, they can take care of that. Or if you have a lava hound that pops with your kill squad, drop those poisons in there to take care of those pups as they're banging on your kill squad. So there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could save one poison for your clan castle and one for traps / royals. You could do what I like to do, is do a runway, which we'll show you in a little bit, where you drop 2 poisons in succession. Sometimes you drop the far one first and the closest one last. Sometimes you drop the one closest to the queen or kill squad first, and then the one closest to the clan castle second, depending on what's going to come out there and what you want to accomplish with it and what you're bringing in as your kill squad. If you're using a heavy golem type of attack, like a stone attack, golems move very slowly and they just jump from one defense to another, so you don't have to guess where they're going to be in order to drop a poison. Now Valkyries, on the other hand, they run super fast, whether raged or not, so you kind of have to treat the poison with them as a heal. So just think where they're going to be and run into that kill squad and poison that area and let them run into the poison along with that the clan castle that you're trying to kill, or the royals that you're trying to kill, and it makes things so much easier. So really, it's very a versatile spell. You're going to have to get used to it. I almost always bring 2 poisons unless I know what's in the clan castle. If it's something like a lava hound or maybe a P.E.K.K.A. or a golem, then I know I only need to bring 1 and sometimes none, depending on what it is. And one last thing, poisons are also good for the ground units, like a heavy ground unit / low hit points, maybe Valkyries, or I'm sorry, not Valkyries, wizards, archers, a clan castle full of those with minions, and then 1 Valkyrie with a bunch of wizards and archers, barbarians, whatever it may be. They take those out really quickly. The only ones that are a little bit of a nuisance is the Valkyries, but we'll show you how to deal with those in just a little bit. So anything with low hit points, sometimes you only need to bring 1 poison to deal with those type of things. So, okay, let's just go ahead and jump into it on kind of what not to do. Again, we're not going to focus on, the attack at all, that he forgot his healers until the last second and is not healing the queen, the entry, the lure. We're not focusing on any of those things, the lures, where to lure, where not to lure. But when you're going to use your poison, or when you're planning on a war attack, one of the main things is, especially if you're using a queen walk, queen charge, or even your kill squad entry, is you have the feature now where you can click on the clan castle and see the radius of the clan castle. Therefore, when any of your troops cross that, I guess, invisible slash visible, you can see it as a white little border there of the clan castle radius, they will go ahead and start tripping the clan castle. I believe the order is the lowest hit points come out first, all the way to the greatest one later on. So if you have all minions and a baby dragon, all the minions will come out first, and then the baby dragon will be the last one to come out. So obviously we're not going to cover lures here and how you should make sure you get the proper lure and get all the units out, but we're going to notice here that if he sends a hog in at that top 10 compartment air defense, it's going to be able to trigger that clan castle because it will break that white line until it gets to the air defense. You want to be able to position that queen and those healers at a point where they're going to come after the queen first and not the healers. Also, one of the biggest problems here is he drops these archers who are just pounding on the wall, and they are going to be closest to the clan castle when it's tripped, or when it gets off the hog, which really destroys the raid. What we want to do is focus on the poisons and where it could have been. So anyway, we've got the queen doing her thing. Some of the archers die, which is actually a good thing for him, but the other ones on the top there are hitting that wall. He sends a hog. There we go. Trips it right now. The clan castle is tripped. Not the full thing. Remember, the highest hit points are not there. But notice where they're going out to. Now, he's already used the queen ability. He does have a rage, which is fantastic. He still has 2 poisons that he can use. And at this point, you can notice that the wizards and archers are running after those 2 archers of his on the bottom, and a couple are running there. Now, he has a choice at this point. He can either drop it on the royal king, and it will encompass the wizard and the balloon up top, or he can look and see that those archers and wizards are running for that healer and use the poison for them. And unfortunately, he doesn't pick either. He doesn't drop a poison. He saves both. I know one of the reasons is because he still knows he has more in that clan castle he wants to take care of, but they're going to go ahead and jump on top of that healer. He rages his queen up, which is the appropriate thing to do because he'll take care of the king, the wizard, and the loon. But look at this. Those wizards and those archers, they're going to have a field day on that the group of healers. They do the splash damage, or at least the wizards do. And that queen is just ignoring it because she's not in their range. So they're going to go ahead and wipe out the entire thing. Still no poison has been used yet at all. So they're going to come. She's finally going to focus on this. The clan castle is going to be tripped right here for the rest of the mob, as we noticed that it still wasn't completely finished there. And there's our baby dragon and our last wizard in there who's going to do some serious damage. Now, no poison's been dropped yet at all. So that king is just completely taking total damage there. It's wiped out. The kill squad is completely wiped out. All the Valkyries are wiped out. So again, this raid is just about over at this point. No poisons used at all. You could have used the poisons to save your healers / queen, and you could have used it on the kill squad and dropped it in there. So again, just where to use your poisons, what makes and breaks this raid. That's what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple examples of how to use the poison spell correctly, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Alright, so for this particular attack, you guys have seen this base many times. It's the common internet base, the Jack Sparrow. We know where everything is. If you haven't seen how to beat this base on my channel, I'll go ahead and post a link right here so you guys can check it out and do both air or ground attacks. And I don't have my king on this raid. It was a simple war. I didn't need to bring it. But again, we're focusing on the clan castle. This is going to be a runway poison where I drop the poison closest to the clan castle first and then drop it, the second poison, in a kind of runway fashion in a straight line where the clan castle has to go across both poisons to get to the kill squad. That first poison that I drop is going to be where the Valkyries are intended to go. They're pathing to get into that core, and they're going to be standing under the poison while the clan castle units are still there. Just a simple go Vaho type of thing with a shattered entry with the golems, and we're going to go ahead and check that out and see how it's done, and we'll go ahead and fast forward this. All right, so the golems are making their way in. There we go with our clan castle radius. So we know where, as soon as those golems get close to that Tesla, we're going to drop both of those poisons. So they're taking care of the king. The queen is dropped in there. The wizards are helping. Now we know they're walking in there right now. There's the poisons drop, and here comes the clan castle going through the entire 2 poisons, and all those archers are already dead. The wizards are dying very quickly. Drop a jump, drop a heal, and notice that balloon is not even being targeted by anything. It is just dying because of the poison, and then the queen goes and takes care of that baby dragon with 1 hit under the heal as well. So we're already done with that, and then we can finish the rest of the raid. The clan castle is taken care of. My kill squad is still intact. I've still got golems, still got valkyries, and still have my queen up. So that's one way to do it. Now let's go ahead and check out another attack where we use 1 poison for the royal and 1 poison for a similar clan castle. For this particular attack, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and watch Jake take out this base, or at least take care of the clan castle and the king using a single poison on each. He's going to go ahead and drop the poison on the king first because he does not get the full lure that he wants to on the clan castle. Wisely takes care of the king and a couple stragglers from the clan castle, and then as they're taken care of, refocuses and drops the second poison for the clan castle. So 2 singles. We'll go ahead and check this out as he takes care of this base. So it's simple, clean walk right here that he's going to go ahead and focus on her and get her down towards the south. He's got a baby dragon that's doing the funneling, and he also wants to distract the point defense so he can drop a hog and potentially get the full lure. This is a fresh hit, so he does not know there is a Tesla farm down there, which stops this hog from getting any more than a couple of those clan castles. So that Tesla farm there takes care of that particular thing. Now he can take care of the couple archers without any issue whatsoever. Does not need to drop a poison, but the king, he wants to make sure he can handle the rest of the clan castle without worrying about it. He does not bring a rage, does not need to use a rage nor an ability, because that king is so slow at this point that the healers are healing faster than the king can do damage. So again, we're watching that clan castle. He's going to send another hog here from the queen's angle, and that is going to right now break that seal. There we go, and he's going to get the full entire clan castle. Now notice he doesn't drop the poison where the clan castle is or where it's coming out. He wants that poison to be dropped where the queen is, so that the clan castle has to run through the entire, from one edge to the X, that one edge to the other edge, and where they end up, they are standing right in front of the queen, still in the poison, which is just absolutely perfectly done right here. So those wizards and archers are going to just completely melt away. The queen can use her ability at this point because it's a lot of damage coming in at one time, but with that poison slowing them down, she takes care of the entire clan castle and help without any issue. She is completely full health and ready to go on for the rest of the raid and get that 3-star there from Jake, and that's exactly how you do it. It was very, very well done. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more, and we'll go ahead and summarize it. All right, for our last one, we're going to go ahead and check out another double runway poison drop. But this time, the poison is going to be dropped closest to the kill squad first, and then right to where the clan castle is, so for that runway effect. But he wants to go ahead and take advantage of getting that queen in the poison as soon as possible and slowing her down, and then getting the clan castle as it comes out. So we're using a standard. I think this is a stone go Vaho, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's a shattered. I'm not quite sure. But we look at where that clan castle radius is, and that way we can prepare for when we have to start to drop the poison down. Also understand what the queen's radius is right here, and when she's going to be going and doing some damage against those golems. So we've got already the queen on those golems, and we've got to be a little bit patient to break in here with these wall breakers. But once they're there, he can go ahead and drop the poison on that queen altar and get the queen involved in that. There we go. The queen just goes down anyway, so it wasn't as important, but that clan castle is running through both of those poisons through the whole entire time to get to that kill squad. And even if those Valkyries did run through that poison, they would come out the other end where the dark elixir storage is, still standing in poisons, and be done with that, and we would go ahead and take care of that clan castle just using the poison itself. So again, just to summarize, I showed these with Valkyries, with baby dragons, with dragons and loons, things like that, because that's the most common that we've run into. Also, it's the most destructive when you're running a ground army like Vaho or Bowlers or something like that. They don't shoot air. You need the poison to go ahead and supplement that damage that a wizard or a queen would do to them, and they'll go ahead and make and break your raid. If you're running into golems, like I mentioned, golems, P.E.K.K.A.s, lava hounds, you really don't need a poison, or you can just use one poison depending on how it is. I'm sure you guys can figure that out. It's very, very easy. And you know, go ahead and just practice this whenever you're doing a war attack, whenever you're planning your strategy, where you're going to deploy your troops, all that kind of stuff. Always click on that clan castle like you see here and notice where the radius is, where your troops are going to trigger. If it's a kill squad coming in, and be prepared for that. Or if you're doing a queen walk and you're either breaking it with the queen entering, or if you are sending a hog in or a giant in to trip the clan castle, be aware where that is going to be in when your queen's position. Drop that runway poison or single poison that it's closest. When you're running into Valkyries, and you're using a queen walk, make sure you drop that poison right next to the queen so that it's touching her, because those Valkyries, they want love. They go right on top of the queen or golem or whatever it is. They have no room between the two, so you need to have that poison touching the queen in order to get the effect and make the Valkyrie stand in there. Otherwise, they are not affected by that poison at all. So again, go ahead, practice this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Share it with your clan members. Go ahead, like, subscribe. I'm going to come out with a bunch more good strategy type videos of how you can improve each step of your raid, because that's what it's many phases. One thing that you do wrong can make or break your raid as far as getting 1, 2, or 3 stars, and it's frustrating when one thing goes wrong and ruins your entire raid. So if you focus on each one of these piece by piece, you'll get those 6-star clan wars, and you will go ahead and get the 3-star wars for the clan. All right, so thanks very much, and we'll look forward to the next one.